Welcome back, dear family of BuzzPop, the home where emotions meet reality, where the world of celebrities is not just a headline but a heartfelt story that we share together. Today, we bring you something truly extraordinary, something that has been on everyone's lips, in every forum, across fan pages, and whispered in countless conversations. It is about two names that are forever linked in the hearts of fans, Shen Yue and Dylan Wang. After weeks, after endless speculation and waves of rumors, Shen Yue has finally broken her silence on Dylan Wang's scandal. Yes, you heard it right. The voice we all longed to hear has spoken, and her words, carefully chosen and beautifully delivered, have left fans reeling in shock, tears, and admiration. But what exactly did she say? Why did she wait so long? And what does this mean for the bond she and Dylan share? Grab a seat, because this is not just news, this is a journey of emotions you will not forget. Let's take ourselves back to when the scandal first erupted. Dylan Wang, the bright star who captured millions with his charismatic performance in Meteor Garden, suddenly found himself at the center of a storm. Accusations, rumors, headlines, it was chaos everywhere. Social media exploded, and fans, both supporters and skeptics, unleashed endless threads debating his character. But amidst all the noise, one question echoed louder than any other. What would Shen Yue say? After all, their chemistry was undeniable, their connection legendary, and to many, she was the one person whose voice mattered most in this situation. Yet silence. Silence that stretched from hours into days, from days into weeks. And that silence grew heavier with time. Fans began to wonder, was she angry? Was she disappointed? Was she standing by him behind closed doors but unable to speak publicly? Imagine yourself as one of those fans, refreshing her social media every hour, searching for even the tiniest hint of her stance. A liked post, a cryptic caption, maybe even an interview where her eyes might give away what her words did not. Nothing. And the longer she remained silent, the louder the anticipation became. It was as if her silence itself was a statement, one that sparked endless interpretations. Some fans believed she was silently supporting Dylan, refusing to abandon him when the world was quick to judge. Others feared the silence was distance, that she was separating herself from the chaos for the sake of her career and her heart. But deep down, everyone knew one thing. When Shen Yue finally decided to speak, her words would shake the fandom to its very core. And that moment finally arrived. Not with a scripted press release, not with an agency statement, but with Shen Yue herself speaking directly from the heart. During a fan interaction, one brave question pierced through the noise. "You, how do you feel about everything happening with Dylan?" The room grew still. Everyone held their breath. And then, Shen Yue, with her calm yet emotional voice, began to speak. She said, "Sometimes silence is not weakness. Sometimes silence is respect. For myself, for the people involved, and for the truth that only time can reveal." Can you feel that? The weight of her words. In that one sentence, Shen Yue transformed silence from suspicion into strength. Fans were stunned. Some cried instantly, others clapped, while many just sat in awe, replaying her words over and over. It wasn't just a response, it was a philosophy, a way of handling pain and love, criticism and loyalty, all in one breath. And then she added more, softly but firmly, "People are quick to judge what they don't fully understand. But those who matter know the truth." And with that, the fandom erupted. Those lines were shared across every platform, Weibo, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, turned into memes, quotes, fan art, even tattoos by the boldest of fans. But beyond the trend, there was something deeper. Her words carried a hidden message, one that fans immediately began to decode. Was she standing by Dylan? Was this her indirect way of saying, "I know him better than anyone, and I believe in him"? Or was this a graceful way of stepping aside, protecting her peace while not abandoning compassion? This is where you, our BuzzPop family, come in. If you were in Shen Yue's shoes, would you have spoken earlier, rushing to defend or reject? Or would you have waited, just like she did, letting the storm pass until you were ready to speak with wisdom instead of impulse? Think about it. It's not easy being her. She knows that every word she utters will be dissected by millions. And yet, she chose honesty wrapped in grace. But let's take a step further into the emotions. Behind Shen Yue's calm demeanor lies a heart that has been linked with Dylan's for years. From the day they appeared together on screen, their chemistry was undeniable, their smiles contagious, their bonds so natural that fans often blurred the lines between real and real. That connection became a sanctuary for fans, a dream they held onto. So when Dylan's scandal broke, it wasn't just about him, it was about both of them. The world wanted to know if their bond could withstand storms. And Shen Yue's words, though subtle, gave fans the hope that this bond was far from broken. Some fans pointed out how, when she spoke, her eyes seemed to glisten, as though she was holding back tears. Others noticed the firmness in her voice, a strength that suggested she had made peace with her decision to finally speak. And this duality, softness and strength, was what made her response so unforgettable. Shen Yue wasn't just addressing Dylan's scandal. She was teaching all of us a lesson about patience, loyalty, and self-respect. Now let's think about Dylan Wang himself. Imagine what he must have felt, hearing Shen Yue's words. He, who was caught in the chaos, painted in the harshest lights by strangers who knew nothing of his heart. For him, Shen Yue's voice must have been like a ray of light cutting through the storm. A reminder that even when the world doubts you, the people who truly know you will always hold your truth in their hearts. Don't you think, for Dylan, this moment was not just about vindication, but about love? But of course, the online world is never unanimous. While many praised Shen Yue for her graceful words, others criticized her for being vague. Why didn't she just defend him directly? Some asked. Why didn't she distance herself more clearly? Others wondered. Yet perhaps that's the beauty of her words. They left room for interpretation, for personal reflection, for fans to connect the dots in their own way. After all, isn't that what art and emotion are all about? To make us feel, to make us think, to make us question. As the story spread, so did the emotions. Fans began sharing their own experiences of standing by loved ones during difficult times. Others admitted they learned something new about silence, about how it doesn't always mean absence, but sometimes presence in a deeper, quieter form. It became more than just celebrity gossip. It became a life lesson, a movement of sorts, led by Shen Yue's courage to finally speak. And so we circle back to you, our loyal viewers. What did you feel when you first heard Shen Yue's words? Did your heart race? Did your eyes well up? Did you suddenly feel closer to her than ever before? Can you imagine being her, carrying the weight of expectation, the responsibility of speaking not just for herself, but for millions who look to her as a symbol of strength? And now that she has finally spoken, do you think Dylan and Shen Yue's bond has grown stronger, or do you feel this was her way of letting go gracefully? The beauty of this story is that it's still unfolding. Shen Yue's words have set a new tone, but where it leads, only time will tell. Will Dylan respond? Will they ever address each other directly in public again? Or will their connection remain in these subtle, powerful gestures that fans have learned to treasure? As we wait, one thing is certain. Shen Yue has once again proven that she is not just an actress, not just a celebrity, but a voice of wisdom, compassion, and courage. And whether you stand with Dylan, with Shen Yue, or simply with the truth, her decision to finally break her silence is a moment we will all remember. So, family, let's talk. Was Shen Yue's response enough for you? Do you believe she was secretly defending Dylan, or do you think she was simply protecting her own heart? And most importantly, do you believe this bond, this connection between Shen Yue and Dylan Wang, can survive scandals, rumors, and the test of time? The comments are open, the conversation is yours, and I cannot wait to hear your voices on this. Because at BuzzPop, it's not just about the news, it's about us, our emotions, and the stories that bind us together. And as always, stay tuned, because tomorrow's revelation may just be even more shocking than today's. But for now, let's hold on to Shen Yue's words, let's reflect on their meaning, and let's honor the courage it takes to finally break a silence the world had been waiting for.